Hey, Ari. How are you? What, we still got beef?
Nah, no beef, Josh.
Ari always has beef.
Pull them out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com.
BrownsChicken.com to find the Browns nearest you. And if you want to sign up for the Preferred Customers Club at Browns, hey, check it out. Club membership, you'll get the automatic email notices of news and special events at Browns, offers coming up, instant access to downloadable coupons. Get that? Instant access to downloadable coupons to print and use at your neighborhood Browns. Register now at brownschicken.com. And they have a number of exclusive offers going only to club members. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Dial quickly, get you in, get you out. 644-6767. What's your beef? Let's go to Larry from Valparaiso, Indiana. Hello, Larry.
Yeah, first-time beefers.
Hey, oh, I love my first-time beefers. What's your beef?
Well, the college basketball coaches that pull all their players off the line at the end of the game at the foul line.
Yeah.
I'd like Dwayne Stack to figure out, John Dewant to figure out all the times there's a foul at that time. On the free throw.
Right.
How many offensive rebounds you can get? I'd like to know what the stat is. Why do they pull them off every time? Now, this weekend, I've watched so many games. One team didn't do that, and then it worked out for them. They got the rebound. And I don't know why, if you're ahead and it's a close game, why you don't put everybody up there.
Well, you know what? Number one, the strategy's got to be involved enough where it works, in their opinion, where if you got the lead and you're maybe... all I'm saying is this. I'm with you. I think the rule ought to be changed so that you must have each team at least two people lining up on the key, as they used to call it. There should be at least four standing there, two from each team, mandatory.
Why can't the stat man find out how many offensive fouls there are at that time,
all right.
How many offensive rebounds there are?
We're going to do it. Hey, Larry, next time you call, you'll be a second-time beefer. I love you, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Love you, Larry. You know what? Just make a rule. The rule should be stated that you have to have at least a minimum, each team, two guys lined up for the rebound. Otherwise, why even have the lane? Or just let everybody stand anywhere they want. Just eliminate those little hash marks where you got to separate. Just let everybody go for it. Let's go to McHenry. Hello, Bob.
Mike, welcome back, man. I feel like John Sebastian, welcome back.
Oh, you know what? I like John Sebastian, but I never liked that song. I really never did. Hey, what's your beef, Bob?
Spoonful?
Love and Spoonful. You got it.
There you go, pal. Hey, listen, real quick, I want to thank you yesterday for your retort to Roper's column. As a grandfather and as a great uncle to two special needs children, listen, believe you me, I can't begin. If I was never a fan of the show, I became one yesterday. But I'm a longtime fan.
Yeah.
And Roper would have been the first guy to hammer W if he would have made a comment like that.
Well, it wasn't even either side of the aisle or politics. It was just that.
I know. It was from the heart.
Well, yeah, you have to wonder. Anyone that says things when they apologize, often maybe or maybe not, they feel it deep down. But let's move on to beef.
Right. My beef is with the officiating and the NCAA.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday you brought up that incident with the Marquette.
Marquette got screwed.
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, it's unreal. And then the Marquette fans call in, and they just kind of dismiss it. Well, we might not know why.
Yeah, that blew my mind more than anything when Bo, I believe, was his name. And if I had the wrong name, I apologize. But a great Marquette fan, 35 years, and he said, well, we should have won the game earlier. We deserved not to get that call. I don't think the referee should change at the end of the game. Blow the whistle.
It crosses over into all sports, though. I mean, like we see with Joe West, or whatever, in that baseball, and the best basketball official I ever saw in my lifetime, I don't know if you'll agree, is Mendy Rudolph.
Oh, well, you go back, and I remember Mendy
Rudolph.
Here's the sport that's the worst of all, and it's hockey in the last minute of the game when they all swallow the whistle. Hey, Bob, good to hear from you. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks,
appreciate it very much. No winners yet, but the phone lines are jammed. When someone hangs up, that's your cue to dial in 644-6767. It's Murph, driven to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. Our text results are rolling in, and I'll unveil those in a few minutes. 67011. Best Chicago center fielder. Just text the letter of the last name. Anderson, A. Fukudome, Gathright. Johnson, J. Owens, O. Wise, W. V. Vuk is on your side. Jeff Vukovich. Murph's Nationwide Insurance, agent of the year for all your insurances. You know, Vuk is solid as a rock. He's in Park Ridge. 30 years, same location. You want stability from your insurance program? Vukovich for you.
That's my biggest beef with him.
Thank you, Zach.
Moving.
No, they're disapproving.
Oh, they're disapproving. Keep them doggies moving.
You don't want a doggy disapproving. What's your beef?
Just rope and throw 'em.
Rope 'em, throw 'em, brand 'em.
We'll be living high.
Is that politically incorrect?
My heart's calculating. My
True love will be waiting.
be waiting.
All right, let's get back to the phone lines. What's your beef, my friends at Brown's? You know it tastes better. Brown's, lunchtime beefs, Brown's. Just think about it, right? By the way, the best beefs from you will win the best beefs in town from me. I'll send you to Brown's. Oh, man. Me? I'm thinking right now about a Maxwell Street Polish. You can't even find Maxwell Street any longer. Where is it? It's at Brown's, Maxwell Street Polish. A little yellow mustard, the grilled onions. Maybe you love the bloop meatball sandwich, the big meatballs, the marinara, the toasted French bread, and bloop, right on your necktie, if you're even wearing a necktie. Let's get back. BrownsChicken.com. It tastes better. Let's go to Lonesome George, then Ponytail, Rami, Rick, Tiny Burger. Everyone's beefing today. Hello, Lonesome George.
Doggy. What do you spell doggy?
Doggy, D-A-W-G-G-G-I-I-E, like in Carbondale. The doggy.
I'm going to have to spell that with a pen. Spring has sprung.
Fall
the
has
grass
fell.
is.
Summer is here, and it's hotter than usual. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Spring has sprung. The grass is riz. I'll tell you where my beef is.
Well, where it is? I don't know. I know where it is. I know what it is.
I got a beef with baseball managers who
Yeah.
can't decide who's going to lead off when he's already got a multi-tool player who can.
Now, that cannot be Ozzie Guillen because he has no possible guys because he's eliminated every possibility, Karnak. Every possibility.
Overruled.
Uh-huh.
Because I can name two ex-players in Chicago baseball who were pretty good leadoff men who didn't have high percentages in slugging or on-base percentage, and one of them is in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Louis Aparicio
Well,
and Mark Kessinger.
Well, you know, that was a different era. These days, they would probably be number 8 hitters.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
So
Louis
6 months
Aparicio,
ago-
not a good on-base. Hey, fellas, pull up Louis Aparicio, on-base percentage 59, 1959, and/or career, but 59. And Don Kessinger, on-base percentage 1969. I'll bet you, I'm going to say they're both in the 3 teens, like from 311 to 319, and which would not be good these days, right, George?
Well, let's see. 59, Aparicio was 316 on base.
Well, I was right, and you beat Jay Zawoski. That's okay. Go ahead.
And his slugging percentage, let's see.
No, I don't want slugging. I want on base from Kessinger.
Kessinger, hold on.
Jay, you got it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. What year you want Kessinger?
I happen to have Marshall McLuhan right
1969 on base 332.
All right, well, that's better than I thought.
So you have this multi-tool player in the White Sox lineup who exploded last year, a 27-year-old sophomore.
Right.
Like I said last October, put him in the top of the lineup and let him see what happens.
And you're talking about?
The Cuban Missile, Alexei Ramirez.
Oh, Alexei Ramirez. Thank you, George. I appreciate it. I thought George was talking about Carlos Quentin.
Run through the lineup real quick. Josh Fields can't lead off. Alexei Ramirez can't lead off. Second base, you don't even have a player there.
You don't even know who's playing second base.
Paul Konerko,
no.
Why not clog the bases?
Sure.
Open the inning. And Carlos Quentin, I'm not proposing that he lead off. I'm just saying
compared to everything else.
Soriano's leading off on one side of town.
Why not start the debate on the south side of town?
Can you make an argument there? Believe me, I don't want to see that happen.
Miss a little, miss a lot. That was
made the god lineup.
I know you do, Oswaldo. That was Friday morning on Mully and Hanley. See, I leave for a week. I'm finding out later that, hey, Mully and Hanley starting to come around Murph's way only by the process of default. Understand? Only by the process of default, it's crystal clear the White Sox leadoff man should be Carlos Quentin by default, because there is no other person to put in that slot of the other 8 men in the batting order. By the way, Jay, did this happen while I was gone on vacation? Alexi Ramirez, Lonesome George just referred to. And if there's a Sox fan wants to give me a call after what's your beef, it tastes better. Value, quality, consistency. Did I tell you the 3 words at Browns? Well, it tastes better. And the 3 new words at Browns: value, quality, consistency. Did you hear what Hawk? He's got a new nickname for Alexi Ramirez. Now, did I miss this last year? Or is it new this week while I was out of town? Alice.
That is new to me.
Like the lady's name Alice. Say Alice. Alice. Yeah.
I can't say I've heard him say that.
Let's
no.
go back to the beef lines. Ponytail is next with What's Your Beef. Hey, Tail.
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Good to hear from Ponytail. What's your beef?
My beef is with media outlets, whether they be news or sports-related,
damn media
who,
outlets.
instead of performing their journalistic duty to not only give us a true picture into the world in which they're covering, but also to, when they have administration powers that be, that they're interviewing, that they might want to ask them some hard questions. That might be a good idea. Specifically, what brought this up to my mind was I was watching the Wonks Baseball Classic last night.
The what?
The Wonks.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, And anyway, so when you use that, you can give me credit for it. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I might copyright it and steal it from you.
Oh, you could.
That's no good.
Enough things have been stolen from me. Okay, back to you.
Okay, so anyway, the terrible John Miller and the worst Joe Morgan and the just as bad Steve Phillips last night in the booth interviewing Bud Selig was just a shameful joke. Wouldn't it be nice to see Bud pressed up against the wall just even a little bit about the World Baseball Classic and some of the problems that are going on, instead of just this cozy little nice little chat that they're having, that everything is great and look at the people, how excited they are and all this yada yada yada.
Bud Selig declined to talk to us.
Hey, nicely done, Ponytail. You're a man after my own heart. And your stomach is also after my own heart. You're going to go visit my friends at Brown's. It tastes better. Hang on, Pony.
Thanks a lot, Murph.
All right, buddy. Nice job. Let's go next to beautiful Southwest Darien, Illinois. Is it Rami on the phone? Hello, Rami.
Hi, Murph. How are you?
Is it Rami or Rami?
Rami.
I'm so sorry. Rami, how you doing? What's your beef, buddy?
My beef is with NCAA scheduling of the Sweet 16 games.
What's your beef?
On Thursday, Syracuse is playing Oklahoma. Saturday night, Oklahoma won. Sunday, Syracuse won. Shouldn't both those games be on the same day, the prior weekend, so they can have equal? Not one team has an extra day advantage of preparation.
Well, you know what? I don't I've tried to figure this thing out. Maybe when you have 64 teams, 65. Maybe, it's hard to shoehorn all these things in. Me, I can't understand how they schedule even, the pods. I don't even know who's supposed to be where. I'm the wrong person to ask as to where the matchups, when they should run them. But I know one thing. It could be done better. And you're going to go visit my friends at Browns. Nice job. Good beef, Rami.
Thank you.
Hang on, buddy. Hey, we'll have another round of phone calls when we return. What's your beef from my friends at Browns? It tastes better. Oh, by the way, facility operations vice presidents, if you're in charge of a big sophisticated building, thetowngroup.com. The white trucks, the red stripes, they do it right. Thetowngroup.com. Major repairs, HVAC piping, problem solving. West Town, North Town, Southwest Town, Northwest Town. My guys, thetowngroup.com. Yearly service program, save money, free estimate.
Alex Rodriguez has a major beef.
I'll bet he does. Welcome back, Murph with you. Final beefs from my friends at Browns. It tastes better. Hey, you know the Browns folks have the greatest chicken in town. Maybe bring some home tonight. Honey, I'm bringing the golden brown chicken home tonight from Browns. You're not cooking anything. Lunchtime beefs and Browns right now. Hurry on over. Look at it, 12:54. Haven't had your lunch yet? Are you kidding me? Italian beefs, Italian sausage. Put them together at Browns. They call it a combo. And you know they got to be great because it's the favorite of the president of Browns, Frank Portillo. Let's go next to Rick from Rockford. Very alliterative. Hello, Rick.
Hey, what's up, Murph?
Hey, what's your beef?
Hey, before I get to my beef, I want to say we're 1 week away from another disappointing Cubs season. Yes, can't wait.
You know what? I believe it's actually more like 2 weeks because they're not opening till about April 6th. So you have 14 days to contemplate it right now.
Oh, well, at least my misery won't start for 14 days.
Oh, God. What's your beef?
All right. Hey, my beef's got to go out to the University of Illinois basketball program for their inability to get the hometown talent. I know this year we got a couple guys, but for their inability to get the talent over the last 10 years in this state is a joke because we, in my opinion, from a person that travels a lot, we have the most talented state for high school basketball, and I'm sick of watching all these great players from Chicago lead other teams in the NCAA championships. So my beef goes to Illinois program. We need to get more Illinois players.
A cleverly disguised tool of the week aimed at Bruce Weber. Oh, let the record show. Let's go to car phone. Hey, Tiny Burger, what's your beef, Tiny Burger?
Hey, Murph, great show. Great
thanks.
show.
Thank you.
My beef's with the IHSA officials when they, I think, have literally screwed North Lawndale.
The whole, for those that aren't tracking with it, long story short, controversy was the uniform striping, which was too wide, 4 inches, or multicolored and illegal. And there's a he said, she said as to whom might have told them you got to change it. But bottom line is they got technical fouled up before the game began, right?
Yeah. Plus, the coach couldn't get up off his seat. He had to stay in one position.
The seatbelt rule. Yeah, don't tell them that in New Hampshire because they're trying to get rid of the seatbelt law in New Hampshire. Thank you for the courtesy laugh. I appreciate it. Let's go to, hey. Browns wanted to remind you that observers of the Lenten season, often give up, do without something as your personal sacrifice, right? For some, it means giving up eating meat on Fridays. But before you give up Browns, you should know right now, Browns is offering fish and shrimp meal deals from their seafood menu 7 days a week, by the way, not just on Friday. It's also a great time of the season to try Browns' delicious beer-battered cod, farm-raised catfish, and golden fantail butterfly shrimp. And don't forget other Browns non-meat menu options. Man, I love this next one. Listen to this. Browns, the delicious, the great mustacholi marinara. And who doesn't love the creamy macaroni and cheese at Browns? Give up Browns for Lent. You don't have to. They've got you covered. And our final beefer of the day is Don from Frankfurt, an old Frankfurter. Hello, Don.
Hey, Murph, great show.
Hey, well, I'm trying my best. I appreciate the kind words. What's your beef?
Hey, Murph, this has got to go out to the NCAA tournament.
All right.
Dealing with the coverage of the basketball. I can't keep up with them changing teams one right after the other.
You mean when you're watching at home on TV and they flip from one game to another?
Exactly. That was just driving me crazy. I couldn't sit and just concentrate on one game. It's like I couldn't keep up.
Well, you know what? They're very proud of their MMOD, March Madness on demand. You sit at your computer, see it all. But you know what? There's a lot still to be said on your comment, Don from Frankfurt. Right. For instance, Elliot Harris, quick hits in the Sun-Times the other day said, what happened to picture-in-picture? Can't they do a split screen? But
exactly.
But an interesting comment, and Jay Zawoski, maybe it's on our website. Greg Gumbel was on The Score earlier this week. And,
he was on with Mully and Hanley yesterday, and
okay.
it is available on 670thescore.com.
Yeah, if you want Don, Greg Gumbel, and of course, he is a house man, a company man. Don't get me wrong, he's doing the games there. He's, between games, he's their analyst. But he pointed out that even they, CBS, they have times when they want to switch, during a timeout, but then the other game's in a timeout.
Exactly, Murph.
It's an inexact science, but why can't they do the split screen or a quad screen or pip, 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 pip?
Exactly. I was getting dizzy trying to watch it.
Oh, I don't want you getting dizzy. If you get lightheaded, you probably haven't eaten lately. Get on over and visit my friends at Brown's. Good beef. Hang on, Don. Appreciate it very much, buddy. And this hour, the score is brought to you by It's Just Lunch. Next hour, in fact, I'm going to unveil when we return the results. Last chance to text me right now, 67011. Text me right now, the best center fielder in Chicago. There's 6 names. You know the names. Give me the first letter of the last name. Anderson, A. Fukudome, F. Gathright, G. Johnson, J. Owens, Wise. We got some very interesting results. I want to reload one last time here. Text me now, 67011. Go to Browns. It tastes better. You'll love it.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering and BrownsChicken.com. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.